Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Kaylan Alex. If you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe, become part of the tribe. Great things happen over this way. And if you're returning, thank you so much for tuning in. Today's video is just gonna be a get to know me video. I'm gonna be giving you guys some more information and cool little fun facts about myself. I have not really set out and prepared. I know I should have just asked you guys specifically what do you want to know, but I know a few things I get asked all the time that I'm just gonna go ahead and just let you guys know that. So I'm gonna be doing my makeup and we're gonna be chit-chatting about me, so let's go ahead and get into the video. I want to use this Saint Laurent primer to prime. It is nothing new here. I've used this before. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I'm gonna take two of my current favorite foundations, Pat McGrath and Estee Lauder. I am usually medium 21 in the Pat McGrath, but because I got tan in Cabo, girl, I am now medium deep 22 for the moment, which I wanted to get anyway. And then Rich Ginger 5-in-1 in the Estee Lauder one. And I'm just gonna mix these two because they're my favorite. So obviously my name is Kaylan. My middle name is Alexandria, but I just cut it short, so that's where you get Kaylan Alex from. I'm 25. I just turned 25 June 29th. I am a Cancer. I don't want to hear any crap about Cancers because we're passionate, not sensitive. I love to shop. I enjoy doing makeup, beauty related things, and self-care. That's like my thing. I like to focus time on myself and my well-being, whether it is mental or physical. When I say mental, like just taking a break from everything and not doing anything, or going to therapy. I am a strong advocate for therapy. If you don't know, I speak about it quite frequently. And yeah, I just think it's very important. So I think it's important not only if you have something like traumatic going on, but also if you are in a good space. I think it's good to talk things through with a specialist to make sure that you stay on the right path. I have nothing but good things to say about therapy. And I was one of the people who had a negative connotation about it at first until I started. And I started because of my breakup with my ex. I have a whole story time on that, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen. But if you have not, of course, it'll be linked. That was the trigger for me. Okay, I'm kind of liking it. That was the trigger for me. It was a really, really tough time. And I realized that some of my behavior and the way I was feeling was not myself and was not normal. So I was like, let me just give this therapy thing a try to see if I like it, if it's something that I can work with, and went and been in love ever since. I did have that same thought, like, oh my God, this is crazy, going to talk to someone about my problems. Like, I don't need that. No, it's not even like that at all. So alongside therapy, I enjoy journaling. I speak about that often as well. I'm a firm believer in journaling and mapping out your desires so that you stay, on track, and to just also keep track of where you've been, to write down history or, your history. I think that is so cool because you get to see where you were in the, past or the last month, and you can track growth. I think it's so important. It's also therapeutic because you get to, it's like having someone that you can talk to, but it's not like a person. So I think that scripting and writing and journaling is very important. So that is something that I love to do as well. It's actually funny. Okay, so now taking a break, I'm gonna use the Pat McGrath concealer. This is my first time using it. I'm gonna use it in M16. Actually been journaling since I was younger. My mom actually strongly encouraged it when I was younger, or my sister and I. Not for anything crazy, but just for the fact of it's a good practice to have. It tracks growth, and it helps you to write out your thoughts, it causes you to think about the things that you think about, which is kind of like crazy because they're thoughts, but it's like I don't feel like we spend enough time thinking about what goes through our mind and why we have those thoughts. And I think that plays a lot in self-awareness and how we behave with others. We have subconscious thoughts running through our mind, which causes us to act in a way that we don't even realize until we're sitting down thinking back on those thoughts. That's a whole nother topic, but that's just another reason why I think it's important to journal, which is why I like doing it. I do have two sisters, an older sister and a younger sister. My older sister has a son, so I have a nephew as well. My younger sister has a dog, two dogs. So I am a pet auntie as well. Well, my mom kind of has taken over one of the dogs, but that's neither here nor there. They're kind of like family dogs at this point. One is a Maltese poodle mix, and the other is a miniature, or I guess a toy poodle, I guess you would call it. And you've seen both of them, well, you should have seen both of them on my channel before, but I'll try to insert clips or pictures of them so that you can reference. One's name, there's a boy and a girl. The girl's name is Copper, and the boy's name is Max. I actually named Max. This concealer is definitely more full coverage than the foundation, which I'm not mad at, but I was not expecting it to dry down as quick as it did. I am here for it though. Now I'm gonna go ahead and contour with this NARS Samoa Matte, which is, again, nothing new. Okay, so what else? So I have a background in finance. I went to college, graduated in December 2017 with a bachelor's in finance. I went on to practice, or I guess work in the accounting and finance field. I did work for an accounting firm doing accounting work mostly, as opposed to like finance work, which is crazy because in college I hated my accounting courses because they were just not my thing. I preferred finance and learning about stocks, investments, and financial literacy, I guess, about making the dollar do more than just spend and save. So that really intrigued me. I initially wanted to go into investment banking, but I was like, nope, not gonna do it, not my thing. So I ended up getting a job at an accounting firm, and I just like chuckled at myself because the accounting courses were not my thing. So I guess this kind of rolls into the most asked question that I get: what do I do? So I did work for an accounting firm for a little over a year until I was fired from that job, and that was the best day of my life. I just had to throw that in there. I hated that place. So I am a serial entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is my passion. I have always loved entrepreneurship. I come from an entrepreneur family. My parents are entrepreneurs. Everyone pretty much close to me are entrepreneurs, so it's kind of like embedded in me. I have a makeup business, so I do makeup. I have a hair company, and I do bookkeeping and accounting work, as well as a contractor pretty much. So I am working on getting my license for tax prep and things of that sort. So I'll be able to like expound on the accounting side, which again is so crazy because I did not like accounting at all. I'm gonna take this Cover FX blush duo in mauve. Yeah, I started my hair company in college, actually. I was a sophomore in college, and I knew I wanted to start a business. And I was like trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to go the makeup route or the hair route initially. So I decided to start with hair. I was wearing hair a lot, and I was like, you know what? It only makes sense for me to start with something that I'm already doing, already really, really passionate about. I was passionate about makeup as well, but I wanted to start with hair. So then I started selling hair extensions. I do offer raw Indian hair currently, and I have some other projects that I'm working on with the hair, which got held up because of COVID, but I'm working on a relaunch and a rebrand for that. So it is still available to sell. I don't promote it as much, which I'm so grateful that I don't have to, because I still make money from it. I have built a reputation that I don't have to like heavily promote. I still have really, really loyal customers who purchase from me, and I'm so grateful for that, and I'm so grateful for them. So I am also a makeup artist, so I freelance makeup. I started accepting clients probably about maybe like 2 years ago. I'd say maybe 2 years ago I started accepting clients. I was a little nervous. I never thought that I would want to go into like makeup artistry, like doing makeup, because I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my stuff. So I was always nervous of not critique, but just criticism and not being able to, you know, satisfy my clients, which don't know why I thought that, because if a person is coming to me, obviously they trust my artistry and what I'm doing. So I was just psyching myself out for no reason. Before I started taking clients though, I was already doing makeup. I was already like practicing makeup on myself and getting comfortable with, you know, the process and technique. I guess what you would consider self-taught. I didn't initially go to any classes or anything. I have since taken a class, a makeup class, to learn different techniques, but originally no. My, I guess, background in that, I actually learned makeup from my grandmother on my mom's side, and then my grandmother on my dad's side is also into makeup. So I feel like when it comes to like makeup and fashion, that is also in my DNA, because my grandmother on my dad's side, she makes clothes and is into fashion and makeup and beauty and things like that. Like she gets up and gets fully dressed and dolled up every day, like every day. And then my grandmother on my mom's side does the same thing. So she was actually the first person that I got any type of makeup product from at all, which is so funny. And my great grandmother on my mom's side, who just recently passed, unfortunately, she made clothes as well. So I guess that's just in my DNA. I have a few other investments that I do as well. And then other ways that I guess make money, I sell and consign a lot of my things. I talk about this in my videos about luxury consignment. I am one of those people who sells my things, so you never can have too much money, right? So there's that. And I'm just gonna use this Anastasia Norvina 4 palette. I use this palette all the time, and with our house still being renovated, I'm limited to what I can use. But I'm not complaining. This is one of my favorite palettes. So I always laugh because I'm really an entrepreneur at heart. Like my first business I had when I was 7 years old, and it was a store. It was like it was a candy store, and it wasn't just me, but it was my idea. I wanted a store, and I was like, you know what? I think what sparked the idea was, okay, I'm originally from Mississippi. I didn't even say that. I'm originally from Mississippi. I now live in Houston. So back home, we call them teapots, and I think here in Houston or Texas they call them cool cups or something like that, but it's basically just Kool-Aid frozen in a cup. We call them teapots. And the lady down the street sold them, and we used to always go down there to her to get them. But she wasn't like a full store, so she only had those and like popsicles and stuff. And I was like, you know what? We should just start selling candy and chips and drinks for the kids in the neighborhood, since she only sells teapots. And it was me, my cousin, two of my cousins, and my sister. And we were like, okay, we're gonna start doing our own thing. So we had like Kool-Aid pickles. That's so country. That is so country, but I love them. We made those. My grandmother helped us make those. And the teapots or cool cups or whatever you call them in your region. And chips, candy, like everything. We had a full store, okay? And we had all the kids in the neighborhood at our store buying from us. And then we went out of business because we kept using our money to go buy false nails. Like we would take all of our money that we would make, split it up, and go buy false nails. And my aunt was like, okay, she would help us like re-up and buy, you know, stuff when we ran out. But she got to the point where she was like, I'm not about to keep buying the stuff for y'all, and y'all just taking all of the money that you're making and going to buy nails. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So then that was the end of the story. And also I started to get mad because my sister and my cousin, who are the same age, and then my other cousin and I are 2 years apart. So the younger ones were eating the stuff too for free, and my grandmother like would take up for them, like wouldn't tell them to stop. Like she'd be like, it's okay, you know, they're just getting some chips or they're just getting a teapot. Don't be mad at them for that. And I used to be heated. I used to be mad because you eating up the product. like. So I'm also a travel ambassador for the company iBoomerang. It is a company that offers discounts and savings on all things travel. So cars, hotels, weeks, homes, activities, what else? Cruises. You can get a discount on those things through the site. So there's two ways, well, the two primary ways to make money is, number one, if you build an organization, or two, by sending people free sites. So the free sites are sites that you send out to people who are interested in saving on their travel. They book a trip, you get a commission. The site is free to the customer. It is membership based. So of course the person sending the site has to be a member of some sort. I also do that, which is very exciting because I enjoy traveling. It is a family company, so of course I'm gonna do that too. I usually have that information in the description box down below. So if you go down in the description box, you'll see a link that provides you a full presentation that is fully customizable to you, as well as information about the company, just so you can like read and see. And I do send out those free sites to the people who sign up and that they're interested, or let me know that they're interested in that. Also, I'll leave another link down below for those who are interested in the free sites, and you can book whenever, however many times you want. It's free to you. I will leave that link down below as well. It will be a limited number of uses for that link because I don't want to just like leave it out there open forever. So I will leave a few of those down below. If you're interested in saving whenever you travel, it's at no cost to you. My gift to you. So another interesting fact about me is that I hate flowers. I know it's crazy. I'm probably one of the only females who does not like flowers, and I honestly don't have a real explanation for you. I just don't like them. They die, and I think of gnats whenever I think of flowers. So that's literally like the first thing that I let anyone that I'm dating know. I hate flowers. Don't buy me no flowers. And if you want to like upset me, buy me flowers. It's just not my thing. Like, I literally think of gnats whenever I think of flowers. So to have a bouquet of gnat drawn things in my presence just makes me cringe, and I don't want no parts. The only flower that I do love and will appreciate is the camellia that comes on the Chanel box, and I only want that one when I'm getting the box with a nice item inside. So that's the only exception we got here. So that's a wrap. I'm done with my makeup. I pretty much answered the questions that I see or get asked the most. I hope that I answered your question. If not, drop it down below and I'll try to answer some of them. And if it's too many, then I'll insert them in another video. But for the most part, I think I got y'all covered. I think I answered the burning questions. I know the hottest question was, what do you do? I honestly don't really find offense to it, because I do be wanting to know what other people do as well, like as far as work and how do they, you know, afford their lifestyle, because I'm always intrigued by that, not because I'm trying to be nosy, but just because I like hearing other people's story and their journey and all of that stuff. So when I get asked it, honestly, I really don't be getting offended by it. But I did try to answer the questions that I get asked the most, and I hope I answered your question. I hope I did a good job of reading the room and answering questions about myself, letting you guys know, honey. If not, like I said, drop it down below, and I'm gonna try to answer as much as I see or can, or anything else that I didn't even mention that you want to know. Like, let me know that too. So that is going to be it. We're gonna wrap this thing up. Don't forget to like, thumbs up, drop a nice comment down below, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I post, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.